Hello. All right. Look, we've made it to fall. That's our last section. This has gone by pretty fast. Okay. Fall begins with week 40. 8th grade. What else can I say? It's better than being in juvie. Maybe. Mom lost her job. Just like that. Snap. Downsized. That's the word she used. She emptied her work bag into the trash can, kicked off her shoes, sat at the kitchen table, and smiled at me, like she had zero cares in the world. Did you have a good day? She took a sip of water. I could only blink. First, she fired Mary. Then, she tore up the facility intake form. Now this? We might have to eat the kitchen table, but we'll be fine. Then she laughed and laughed and shook her head and put her bare feet up on the table on top of all the stacks of paper. Why did Mom look so happy? I don't want to talk about the Mrs. B. The phone calls, I mean. Can we make those off limits? Can we talk about never stealing again, or how I feel about Levi's weird trachea, or what we're going to do now that Mom has no job? I will talk about all that stuff. Just not the phone calls. Please, not the phone calls. Dear Dr. Sawyer, in case you're wondering, I'm not giving up. Things got crazy for a bit here, but even so, I will not stop emailing you. We're really going to need extra help now, figuring out the money stuff and the travel. But I'm not giving up. Not if you can help, Levi. And you can, can't you? The website says you can. I won't stop believing, Dr. Sawyer. Just like that horrible song my mom listens to. Always believing. Timothy. Tap, tap, tap on the front door. I opened it wide, ready to say good morning to Isa, ready to see what surprise she might have. It wasn't Isa. It was more of a surprise than anything she could have had. Marisol, grinning wide, wearing her teddy bear scrubs, her hair pulled back in a ponytail. Timothy! She hugged me with one arm and ran inside, swooping Levi up, getting tangled in all the cords, laughing. Levi's finger in his trach. Mama, 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 mama. Mom taking a picture. Marisol's back. Was anyone going to tell me? Your face, Timothy. Mom laughed and laughed. You'd think Marisol was a ghost. But, was all I could say. My mouth couldn't find the words, the ones to say, I thought we lost her because of me. I thought she would never come back. Who needs full-time nursing when you have no job? Marisol is back to her old schedule while I try to find new work. And then we'll figure something out. Just like we always do, Timothy. Just like we always do. I could only nod and smile while Marisol tickled Levi, and his wheezy, gasping laugh filled the whole room. Things keep happening. So many things to us. But none of the things are things we can control. Not really. Don't you think it's time for things to change? Time for us to try and control some of the things? Time to let people help? Let me ask about the carnival. Maybe they won't even want to do it. We won't know until we ask. That's what I said to Mom. For real. My actual mouth. It can't be a big deal. That's all she said with her actual mouth. Her eyes, though, her eyes said, people will think things about us. My mouth said, it won't be a big deal. My eyes said, people already think things about us. People already want to help with things. All we have to do is let them. Let them help us. Let them help us change things. Week 41. Different greens, dark from making a gash across tall grass, medium from bashing a hedge, brown green from spinning into a dirt clod, So many different greens smeared across the laces of the football that should not be on this coffee table, that should be in Mom's trunk with the rest of Dad's stuff. I guess it's none of my business that Mrs. B isn't really a Mrs., though maybe someone should have warned me just in case I might be out with Mom at the mall on the one day we go out for fun, the one time Marisol comes on a Saturday, and we are just walking around, just happening to see two people I know very well holding hands and sharing an ice cream cone. Gross, James. Gross, Mrs. B. I mean, Ms. B. Or Miss B. Or whatever. Seriously, you guys. Gross. What do I think about fresh starts? That's a weird question. First of all, fresh starts sounds like a grocery store or a really lame handout in health class. Second of all, what kind of question is that? Mom handed me 100 brochures, all for apartments. I was already going to have to do it, T-Man. Don't call me T-Man. It's either sell the house or let the bank take it. The brochures show happy, skinny people with mirrors on the walls of their dining rooms and bottles of beer by swimming pools. I should have done it a long time ago. I was paralyzed or something. I'm sorry, Timothy. I haven't been here. Even when I have been here, I haven't been here. We need a fresh start. This will be our fresh start. She pointed to Bottle Creek Apartments. I thought it said Butt Creek Apartments. Seems about right, I said, and she hugged me tight. I heard you wanted to see me. Her face was all wrong, pointy and blinking, not soft, not like Mrs. B at all. But I talked to her anyway, the elusive guidance counselor in her native territory of plastic chairs and posters of terrified kittens falling out of trees with the words, "Hang in there," dangling over their heads just out of reach. I asked about the Carnival of Giving, watched as, the more I talked, the more her mouth opened wider, little by little, like a drawbridge preparing to let in an army. I'll talk to the PTA. Then she paused. She blinked a lot. You know, you're very brave, Timothy. She said that last part as I walked to the door, and I didn't have the heart to tell her she's mistaking bravery for flat-out desperation. If I stare at the wall, this particular wall, with the spot that's whiter than the rest, the hole that Mom filled with newspaper and covered with goopy white stuff and smoothed out with the edge of a ruler. Sorry, I got the wrong page. Let's try that one again. If I stare at the wall, this particular wall, with the spot that's whiter than the rest, the hole that Mom filled with newspaper and covered with goopy white stuff and smoothed out with the edge of a ruler, this spot, if I stare at it, reminds me of me a little bit. Not quite all put together, but sort of. I mean, at least put together enough to rub your hand over it and call it smooth, like Issa is doing right now to the back of my neck while she pretends to not read over my shoulder and I pretend to not notice that she's reading over my shoulder. Sorry, I got a little distracted at the end there. My neighbor was driving away. Okay, well, I mean, we've got 10 weeks to go, so we're getting kind of to the end here. I hope everyone's been enjoying this. I've been enjoying reading it a lot. And I look forward to talking again tomorrow. I hope everyone stays well. Please be well, stay healthy. All the things that mean well and healthy. Be kind. All that. All right. We will talk again.